what I make for you guys versus what I make for myself and my family are completely different. And honestly, the stuff that I make and create for you guys visually and aesthetically and all that, I would never even use on myself or my family. Now, before you guys jump on me for saying that, because it sounds crazy hypocritical, right? What could I possibly try to sell for you guys or have you guys make that I wouldn't even use? Let me preface this for you. So just to bluntly get to the point, so you guys don't watch the video trying to wait for, me leading you on to where I get to the point where I say exactly why. At heart, through all my experience in formulating with synthetics, trying synthetic products, not that they're bad, they are not bad at all, but trying the whole route, fully synthetic, fully lab made, fully processed versus very simple, like natural type of products. I'm a natural girl for life. And that's mostly because out of everything, I'm kind of a results person. When I am looking for skincare and what I'm going to make for myself and my family, I go for the results. Which ones give me the best results? And results I weigh by, trying over a period of time and really producing healthy skin, not just a quick fix, slap on some lotion for some dry skin type of stuff. No, like over time, what do I actually notice a difference in the mirror? So I'm going to tell you about some things and what I noticed basically. All right, so I'm looking for my notes here, guys. I always kind of forget what I'm talking about, or sorry, you guys are going to hear noises every now and then. There's all kind of people living here, but usually when I make my videos, I tend to forget the important notes I'm going to say. So this time I have them written down right here for you guys. No script, but here we go. So I used to make and sell my DIYs. I've started as a DIY type of mom. Of course, I wanted to, with my kids, I wanted to have like natural and pure types of things. Like a lot of us get sucked into the market that way, right? You want something pure, you want something natural, you want your best for the baby, you don't want all the scary chemicals. So yes, I fell for the greenwashing. I fell for it big time. I'll be the first to tell you that I did. And then from there, people started asking me if they could buy my DIY. So I'm like, sure, if I'm telling you everything that you put in it, I'm transparent, they're gonna be okay with buying it and having it for what it is and knowing, the little bit that I know. And that's not the case, guys. Let me tell you. Even customers who say they want the most natural of products don't mean it. And I'm sorry if you're a customer watching this, but a lot of y'all don't really know what you're talking about in terms, because I'll tell you this, pretty much, even from my customers that I love the most, some of it's your fault and some of it is not. So when it comes to making DIY products and selling them, they are usually not the cosmetic type of grade. DIYs, let me tell you the difference, okay? DIY is made like literally for when you do it yourself, and it's like for personal use, and for that reason. It's kind of like a here and now type of product, right? Something where you just use what's in your kitchen. You get when you get what's accessible, or even when you go to the grocery store and you want to pick up like an aloe vera leaf or some honey and Greek yogurt and make yourself that type of mask. Commercial grade products are different, okay? And different doesn't always mean better. Do they have a higher standard of like performance? No, they don't. They have to be able to mass produce at a low price and be able to weather all types of shipping, all types of warehouse, sitting on shelves and being there for years if they need to, okay? So they need what you call their stabilizers, and this gives stabilizers and enhancers. Okay, so let's talk about the stabilizers first. Stabilizers are what is going to make a product able to last the test of time, because if not, in the defense of big companies, they can't make any money or be profitable. They can't even sell it to you if it isn't able to sit on the shelf and be able to sustain, you know, customers coming and going and passing by, right? Because they're not going to get all, nobody's going to go, and they're not selling out like by the thousands when it comes to skincare, in terms of like, you don't see shelves constantly empty when it comes to products. So items have to be able to sit there and be readily available for you to sell for the convenience. They have to be able to charge markups that are not going to be unreasonable to the customer. So the reason why you can buy like a 32-ounce Jergen bottle of a lotion for $7 is because they're able to get their ingredients for really cheap. This is just the nature of business. And if you're a customer, you're watching this like, oh, that's evil, that's horrible. Not necessarily. It's more so just the cost of doing business, okay? Like as a business owner, even as us, for smaller businesses, we have to do things a certain way to survive. So we do, even with small business owners, we try to source the ingredients for as cheap as we can get them, so that we can try to give you guys affordable prices and compete with these other types of shelf products, okay? So in order to survive the market and to not get moldy while sitting on the shelf and be able to get to you a certain way, they are going to have to do some modifications, okay? Some of them do have enhancers, as in like texturizers, okay? So if you want a lotion that has a very specific type of texture, whether it's thicker or more milky, you have to sometimes get synthetics to help that along. So now, are they generally all bad? No, not really. They are just synthetic. So are they made for performance? Some products, yes, but even then, it's kind of just a play of words and a play of marketing. And even like for some companies, they'll put a drop of shea butter into a lotion to be able to call it a shea butter lotion, but you're not really getting that shea butter experience. That's the type of thing where it's like, it's a little bit deceptive, and big marketers get a bad name for that, because that is a little bit deceptive, right? So now when it comes to the difference, so I broke down the difference for you guys a little bit. DIY, now, I didn't specifically say with DIY. DIY is for here and now. You are not supposed to have that product for long term. You're supposed to use it pretty much immediately within the same day, maybe at best if you refrigerate it next day, but mold is going to start to grow, okay? So I tell my daughter this too when she makes her skincare DIYs. Use it today and tonight, and then throw it away. Mold and things will start to grow very quickly, even if refrigerated, and you won't be able to detect it, because these microbes are microscopic. So even before you smell or see anything, there are the little microbes growing in there, the creepy crawlies that are not good, that you don't want on your skin, okay? So just keep that in mind. DIY is immediate use. Commercial is more so like convenience, you know, and business wise. So a lot of the times when it comes to customers, and you know, whenever you used to sell it to them, sometimes they're just conditioned. Customers are used to the store grade. They're used to the commercial grade. They're used to being able to, you know, get their products and, you know, be able to have the convenience of being able to pick them up whenever and then just use them. They don't care if they put wet hands in the jar, take it in the shower, expose it to water, yada, yada, yada. All the things that, you don't really think about, you know, twice. Even, you know, just even as myself, sometimes if you forget that there are rules to how you're supposed to keep things. So, you know, this is, and it doesn't mean that the customers aren't smart in that sense. It's just, you don't really think, there's a lot going on. You don't really think about it. I don't think about a lot of this stuff. Okay. But a lot of the times, you know, customers do that. And so like for a body butter, right? I've had people buy my body butters and they put wet hands in the jar, and then they call me a week later, you know, telling me that they got mold in their butter, and they say they didn't do anything wrong, but then they do call back and they did put wet hands in the jar. And that's kind of the problem. And okay. And as a business owner, you kind of have to account for that. You know, you have to account for the safety of other people. And technically you're supposed to put things in there for their precaution. So that's really what that whole bit is about. It's just, it's an argument of consumer safety. And even when it comes to shipping butters, I did figure out how to ship some of my butters without them melting. But then the problem with that is that it was way more expensive. I had to use all types of ice packs and stuff, and it's just not the stablest way in terms of DIY. However, in my personal experience, I like my products as natural as they can be. I don't really like too many preservatives. I don't really mind emulsifiers, but I just prefer fresh skincare. I love to do and I love my products super simple. Aside from the fact that they're natural, and I do love things being natural and woo-woo, I just have had better results when I use, like, I do a simple sugar scrub. I do some sugar. I do a little bit of honey, a couple drops of rosehip oil, and the scrub is amazing. Like, more than any other scrub, like, that I personally love and that my skin loves. And I look at my skin afterwards, I'm like, whoa. Even for my moisturizer, the one that I showed you guys, it's a super simple little number, Let me see. This is rosehip oil, rose essential oil, and roses. And that's it. And I love it for my skin. It gives me this glow. And it helps to keep my skin clear. As you guys can see, I've had all types of skin problems. So I can kind of tell you, my skin's been through the ringer for the years with commercial products, then with my own DIYs, then going to using my own products that I make commercially, but with synthetics in them. And I've been all over the map with them, and I just prefer the results that you get. I have like a number of like beauty recipes that I make for my hair and skin and blah, blah, blah. But I don't DIY everything. First, I'll answer this question, does natural products, all natural, truly exist? No. Honestly, everything, unless you're growing it out of the ground yourself, it's processed in some way, shape, or form, even if it's minimal. Even for shea butter, right? You get pure shea butter. To get it from the nut or the seed to that nice butter, it has to go through processing. Even if it's not necessarily heat, it's by hand, it's just processing. You just can't get around it. So all products go through some form of processing. So does natural really exist? No. So even with that being said, like, there are products that I still buy from the store, like hair products. Hair products I generally buy from the store, even though, like, I love my natural ones. When it comes to shampoos, really, I like to make my own masks and moisturizers at home. But when it comes to like shampoo, I just buy store-bought. And the reason why I do that is because I'm lazy. Plain and simple. And and I also, something that I buy from the store for my hair is like a lot of biotin and collagen stuff. It keeps it nice and flowy and helps with the thickness and stuff like that. But I'm just a really super simple girl. So even for you guys, I try to make my recipes as natural as possible because that's my crowd, my lane. You guys tend to like my products the most, the ones that want the most natural. So I stick to that, and I really feel like I found my lane for that. So that's what I wanted to basically tell y'all today, is that there's a difference. People often villainize commercial products. Even I've been guilty of that in the past, not really knowing, not being as educated as I am today enough to be able to formulate these things and tell you guys exactly what's being made and how and all this and that. In my experience, I'll still always be a natural DIY girl. Like, even I started way back when with flaxseed, when people were learning how to make flaxseed gel. That is still one of the hands down best thing for my hair ever. Even besides getting lazy, I just get too busy, life, kids, all that great stuff going on. So, so I do a little bit of both, and that's where I really am at in life right now, is a little bit of what they call scrunchy, mostly crunchy, which means like you're natural, and you're into, holistic things. And then you still got a little bit of silky, which means like, you still go and you still have your vices. Like for me, you know, we'll do like a lot of, as much as organic as we can get, but you know, sometimes my watermelon's not seeded. Sometimes I get the big old GMO strawberries. Sometimes every now and then I let my kids have a Happy Meal, which I swore I would never do in my 20s, but you just learn and you grow. So that's how you really need to look at everything through the lens of life, you know, from what's realistic, what's really going to give you those results, what's really going to harm you, and then what really just doesn't make that much of a difference. As somebody that has been an ex-purist and everything, I have to make everything my own from my hands. I've been there and done that. Honestly, just being a little bit of both is the best slang. So yeah, that's basically, so that's, there you go, there you have it. That's why there are some products that I'll make, and I'm thinking, and I say this because I'm also thinking about possibly doing some videos on what some of my personal DIYs are, because I have a lot of magic stuff going on around here, but it's just, you know, you get sick with all of that. Maybe I should preface my videos with this, but there's so many bad DIYs out there where people are making stuff and selling it or telling other people to make it without properly giving the disclaimer, hey guys, make sure you use this and that you're done with it, or toss it after like a few hours or a day, even if you refrigerate it. Can't tell you how many mom groups I've argued with people about making breast milk soap with melted pour and just adding breast milk to it, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Bad. So, but I think I that's more where I'm at. So I'm probably gonna make some videos on that. But yeah, if you're like me and you love DIY, let me know what kind of DIYs you make, or what kind of DIYs you'd like to see me make. I'll probably make some, get some up from you guys, even the hair products that really just, you know, it's like pulling teeth with me, because there's just work to do with them. But yeah, hopefully you guys like my little rants and raves, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover, and we'll get on here and I'll chat or yell at you through the camera. And yeah, so with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.